Hi, I am Gabrielle. My husband and I are beekeepers. We live in Hanacroy, New York, and this is 9 out of 10 of our hives. We had 14 hives, although 4 were attacked by black bears. That was another piece of our property, which we had solar fencing, although something happened and did not work, and they were able to attack the hives. Today I had done a hive inspection and I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you enjoy. If you'd like, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. I'm not claiming to be an expert, but I've done a lot of research. From what I've read is that some people think that the smoke makes the bee docile. That's not the case. The bee thinks that there is a forest fire, so it will start going into the cells, the honeycomb cells, and gorging and filling up their bellies. So they're sort of distracted, thinking that there's a fire, so that they need to fill their belly. And these are pretty tall, so I'm going to be trying to stand on my tippy toes. This here, right along here, is called propolis. And what the bees will do, and that's what's this all over my gloves here, what the bees will do is it's resin that they'll get from trees and they'll turn it into a substance like caulk to seal off any wind blowing, and then they'll caulk up and they're so smart. Look like this. This doesn't look like they have gotten to the top super yet as far as filling. And today is what, July 25th? So from last year's, we had a record year, and last year we had the most honey production August 4th through when we harvest, which is the second weekend in September. I'll get to the good stuff then. Still pretty light in these boxes.
So that again wasn't looking like they're...
No, it looks like... So they start from the bottom box. They normally put their brood, which are the eggs. Then they start filling here, and then, so these two were very light, but this one looks like we have some nice honey here. And they're so nice and docile, which is great. This purple hive last year, they must have been very unhappy with their queen. And while I'm pulling this, that's all honey capped. Look at that. Very light, which they will insert. This looks like it's possibly clover that they're pollinating from, the nectar. The purple hive was the strongest hive, plus the white hive. White and the purple were the strongest hives last year that gave us the most honey, but they were the most aggressive. They were, and we wondered if possibly were they unhappy with their queen. The queen regulates the temperament of the hive. If their queen is a bee, they are all bees.
Go with the super. These are called supers, these shallower boxes, and this is what when you're ready to harvest, you'll take this whole box, peel it off, and take this away. Leave them for the winter. We'll take all of these
Some people put a queen excluder, which they would put it here so that the queen doesn't climb up into these supers. But for them, we don't. We have them, we just have not added them this year. For the most part, we find the queen, which is hard. It's hard to find her. But when we do have found her, she's mostly down here in these. She mostly stays in this bottom box. Just gonna clean this up. Come closer and to hear them. We have collected pollen, and I normally say I save all of these normally, and we didn't bring the container. We have collected pollen in the past, but what we found, pollen is
That's what you're scraping off.
climb through, and what you're essentially doing is stealing the pollen off of their little pollen baskets that they've collected, and we also felt mean, but
Keeps falling down.
yeah.
Wow, that sucker is.
So we will sometimes take just a few. Look how big this is. We will take maybe a few of these frames for harvesting. Look at that side.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They've really built that home out. If I was doing a full inspection, I would take off, save that. I'd take off every single one of these. Come around here, Ben. I would
Holy cow. Yeah. Wow. Okay, cool. There you go.
What is it? I said brood comb, but it's burr comb.
That is textbook right there.
Oh, that is beautiful. Wow. Oh, that is gorgeous. So this was the second super down. We still need to complete it.
Okay.
Complete the filling and then cap it.
Will they go find this when you toss it? Yes, they will. But normally what I do is I bring a can out and I'm saving all.
Sounds like the beekeeper needs to work out.
Yeah. This has a little bit of brood in the center.
It looks burnt.
Yeah. These are capped. It's called brood, but it's basically the eggs, the larva for making new bees. Queen cells, which are longer. They're about an inch long cylinder. They normally build them around here, and that would be hanging off. They would build a queen cell if they're not happy with their queen, or if their queen is old or she's not producing. They would start, or they would like to swarm. They'll start creating. They'll start feeding 1 or 2 or 6. Start feeding these specific cells royal jelly, which will make a queen. There are so many amazing facts. I think I'll leave the bottom box. What we've noticed last year, and maybe other beekeepers do not do this, weeks or a month when the honey flow is really high, not to disturb the bottom box as much. Not disturbing them, I feel like we've found that we get a better honey production.
Want to lift with the legs?
I'm going to continue with this hive inspection to make sure that there's not overcrowding, if we need to add more supers to give them more ventilation so that there isn't any more overcrowd, or if there isn't overcrowding. Because if there's overcrowding, then they'll swarm and leave the hive. A line of bees, if it's too hot, they'll be sitting in formation along the entrance of the hive, moving their wings, fanning as if in an air condition. And if it's too cold, they huddle together to keep everyone at the regulated temperature so that they don't freeze. Oh, I have more facts for you. But that's all for today. Thanks. Bye.